In simple terms, we break it down. Complex stuff, we make it sound clear and easy for you and me. Billy Goattails and Dave Digital bring knowledge we share. Hashtag givers gain.
Good morning, goats. Welcome to the Simple Terms Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Digital, and this is the Billy Goattails Network. Today on the Simple Terms Podcast, we are going to dive in something that is going crazy right now. ClawdBot, OpenClaw, MoltBot, what is even going on? The problem is these things are incredibly useful, incredible breakthroughs, but there are huge risks. And the risk at this point, if you're not careful, may completely outweigh the rewards. There's already been 1.5 million API keys that have been exposed. So that's what we're going to get in today. It's good to see you all in the chat. Let me go ahead and take a look and see who all is in here. Wow, it just lit up over there in the chat. Good to see all of y'all. I know Jesse was here first. He's always here first. Him and Mike Bulmer like to race to the first, and I appreciate you guys. Jesse, good luck. If you guys don't know, that's his name given by the AI, and it seems to fit. Jesse, good luck, because that is all that is coming Jesse's way is good luck. Good morning, Jesse. Good to see you. I see Crypto Billy in the chat. You know, secretly, this episode may be especially for Crypto Billy and myself, because we are right there at the edge of these things, and we are trying to figure it out and learn how to use them and be productive. But at the same time, we're trying to be so careful. Crypto Billy has a question. Where are the emojis? Well, you guys know we have finally made it on YouTube. We have been demonetized, so our emojis for now are gone. You know, here's the problem. What YouTube thinks, or at least what I think they think, they've never seen a team like ours create content like we create. We are absolute beast, in my opinion. Now, we some of it a little rough around the edges, but when it comes to putting out content that's valuable, we are absolutely putting it out and doing a lot of stuff. Double audio. You still got double audio? Uh-oh. What about now? You got double audio there? Good morning, Curtis Heel. Good morning, Steve Hickey. Good morning, Crypto Steve. Oh, bringing the heat this morning, I know. Let me see. Jesse, Crypto Billy, Steve O. I don't see any more double. Let me see. Mike Bulmer, there he is. Mike Bulmer, Mod King. Good to see you, Mike. All right. Hopefully the sound is all good. I do want to share my screen with you guys. Wow, what's going on with the Bitcoin, huh? Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's see. Where is 10? All right. I think I want you to see that a little bit better than that. Okay, let's look at the Bitcoin. First of all, let me remind you guys, this is not financial advice, because Dave Digital has been getting his booty handed to him on trades. And when I say my booty handed to me, good news, fellas, I do manage risk. So any losses are small losses, but you can see I got that one, good trade. I tried this one, stop. I tried this one, stopped. Let's go ahead and look a little bit closer to what is my problem. Dave Digital doesn't know when to take profit. Dave Digital knows that if we go from the value area low up to the value area high, it's highly likely that I should take profit and get out of the trade. Dave Digital did not, and that trade came down. Okay, same thing happened again over here. Dave Digital got in this at the top. I top blasted. I was expecting a little bit higher. I could have taken a nice 3-to-1. I did not, and it came back on me. So I'm looking to do it again. We have support here, so I'm hoping that we can get in and go up, but I'm not in it right now. It's Saturday. Price action is, you know, what it does on Saturday. So I'm not getting in right there right now. Oh my goodness, guys. Solana at 85 bucks. Wow. Who got any Solana? Who filled their bag at $67 Solana? I mean, let's just think about that logically, right? Solana. I mean, at 60 bucks, how is that not going to 3x, right? So if you're not looking for home runs, that just makes sense. If you can wait through the bear, I mean, we don't know is Solana going to go even lower than that. We don't know how long it's going to take to get through this bear market, but wow, Solana at 60 bucks, 67 bucks. There you go, Crypto Stevo. I see you. Good morning, Joe. Trade and tuition, where you learn to trade without the tuition. Good to see you this morning, Joe. Man, I barely catch any of your lives. I just kind of see you as you start up. But man, I'm an older person and I like to get to sleep. I can't stay awake all night long. But I do see your hustle and I appreciate that hustle. It's good to see you over there. It's good to see your energy. I love all of that. Good, good, good. Lurking and doing stuff in the house, but have the speakers loud. Excellent. That'll come in handy whenever we decide to open the club. All right, what did I want to show you guys next? I guess we can go ahead and get right into it right now or yeah, get right into it. There are some things, stick around guys, because at the end, I want to share some stuff that I'm doing personally with you guys. Um, making some stuff. It's just, we have tools now, and I'll just give you a little brief insight. We have tools now to where we get to do the programming of our own brains. I don't know if you guys are kind of picking up what I'm putting down. But network TV, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to be some big conspiracy theorist or anything like that, but all the media for all of our lives, right, has been created by somebody else, right? It's just feeding us and feeding us and feeding us their messages, and they've probably gotten really good at it and been molding our brains, and we don't have a lot of say in it, right? We're just simply entertained, and they're doing all this stuff in the background. Well, I think that tools are now coming into our hands to where we can start to mold our own brains effectively. And it's just wild what we're able to do. I'm going to share some of that with you guys at the end of the stream. Um, Hopefully you like it, but you'll see how I am trying to mold my own brain and be the largest influence in it, when media has traditionally been the largest influence in all of our brains. So, but let me go ahead and go back to the share screen. Let's see here. It's the one I like. All right. And you know how it works. If you guys can hear it, that's not the one you guys want to see. Let's go get that one. Man, if you guys aren't using this tool, I tell you what, it is freaking amazing. Um, let's get into right there. If you guys can hear the podcast, the AI agents, please put a one in the chat and you'll see it whenever they start talking, because the little thingy will start moving. Get over here. Oh, that's another thing I wanted to point out to you guys. So just so you know, before you start, or not even before you start to ask questions, the questions you can ask can be a lot of questions. If you look over here to the left side or closest to me, you'll see all the sources, right, that we've dove into, that these podcasters, this group of people, this AI has access to. So there's 42 different sources on this topic. So feel free to ask questions. If they don't know, they just don't know. They have permission to tell us that. But they have a lot of relevant information over here. And we're only going to be talking to them for somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour, right? So we're not going to get near all of this information unless you guys have questions. So get in there and use this. There's 42 amazing topic driven sources over here. So let's get into it. Let's see if you guys can hear them. Here we go. All right, Billy says two. Jesse says 0. So what we'll do is we'll just take that off real quick. We'll completely remove it. Stop screen. And then we'll add another one. Share the screen. Share the screen. I'm going to do it on this side over here. Boom, 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 boom. And share it out. There we go. Got it. Now, let's do this again.
Going deep on these topics with us, you
Wait,
really
let's
need to check
refresh
out
it.
the rest of the.
Let's do them over. Then we'll do it again. There we go.
Welcome back to another deep dive. Before we get
Check
into
me
the
out
heavy
if it's still
lifting,
one,
and trust
still
me,
one.
this is going to be a bit of a heavy lift, but in the best way possible, I really need to set the stage properly.
Okay.
Simple Terms Podcast is part of the Billy Goat Tales Network, one community, multiple conversations.
It's a great community.
It really is. And if you love what we do here and if you enjoy, going
Good.
deep on these topics with us, you really need to check out the rest of the ecosystem. We've got the Simple Terms Podcast on Saturdays, 9 a.m. EST live on Billy Goat Tales YouTube.
That's us.
We have the Billy Goat Tales X Spaces on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. EST and the Billy Goat Tales Sunday Live Sundays at 5 p.m. EST. There's just so much going on, and we're really glad you're here for this slice of it.
It's a growing family. It's really good to be here.
It is. And speaking of being here, I want to welcome everyone to a Saturday morning live. We're live right now, which is always a little exciting, maybe a little nerve-wracking, depending on the caffeine levels.
A little bit of both.
Mostly just great to see everyone piling into the chat. Do me a favor, let us know where you are watching from. I see folks from all over already.
Yeah, looking at the stream here, I see London, I see Austin, Texas. Someone from Singapore, that's late for them.
Wow.
That's some dedication right there.
I love it. Okay, let's slow this down.
Right. Oh, hey there. How can we help?
Good morning, folks, and welcome to the Simple Terms Podcast. I'm glad that you could be here. I am Dave Digital, the host of this show right here on the Billy Goat Tales Network, and we have a live audience on X and on YouTube. I would like for you to take just 1 minute and say good morning to them. I hope I don't miss anybody. We have Jesse Goodluck. We have Crypto Billy, founder of Billy Goat Tales. We have Mike Vollmer. We have Curtis Hill. We have Joe from Trade Intuition. We have Crypto Steve-O. We have Greg Nowak. And we have Steve Hickey. I'm probably missing a couple people like Mike Vollmer, Mod King, or maybe I'm missing somebody else. But go ahead and say hi to those folks. If I miss them, they will go ahead and say hi in the chat, and we will say hi to them in just a minute. And then I want you to lead us right into today's topic.
Good morning. Oh, I love that you just took over the host mic, which I appreciate.
That was fantastic. What a great list of names.
Welcome, everyone. Jesse, Crypto Billy, Michael, Curtis, Joe from Trade Intuition, Crypto Steve-O, Greg, and Steve Hickey.
And thank you for mentioning Mike Vollmer, Mod King. We see you all.
We absolutely see you. It's great to have the whole Billy Goats family here.
It's why we do the live show for this community.
It truly is. Okay, now I can breathe.
Right.
Let's slow this down.
Usually we come in here with a lot of energy.
Yeah, maybe a little hype about some new gadget.
Today, the vibe is definitely different.
It is. We are looking at a topic that is arguably the most important technological shift in a decade.
And we need to approach it carefully.
We are talking about AI agents and security.
Right. I want to frame this immediately.
Okay.
Security can sound dry or it can sound terrifying. We aren't here to do either of those things.
No, not at all. We are here because we are crossing a very specific threshold.
We are moving from chatting with AI
Typing into a box and getting a poem back.
to delegating to AI. That is the key shift.
Delegating, that implies a level of trust.
It is. We are handing over the keys.
We are telling software, go do this for me.
Here's my calendar.
In case you guys didn't hear that, that's a very big distinction what's going on right now, right? We're going from chatting with the AI, right? We just talk back and forth. If there's something to do, it'll tell us to do it, right? So now we're delegating to the AI. So now it's got its own legs and its own, of course, like we were talking about with BC Core Corp. Yeah, you have to give it the permission, but that's exactly what we're doing is giving it permission. And now it's able to do things. So it's going from a conversation to action. Okay, so that's the big distinction of what's going on in the swap right now.
Calendar. Here's my email. Here's my credit card. Go figure it out.
Wow. And before we do that en masse, we need to understand the risks.
Not to be scared, but to be competent.
Exactly. Our mission is simple.
We want you to leave this discussion more capable, not more fearful.
Right. This is an educational discussion, not a hype train.
But we have to be real about what happens when you give a machine agency.
It's a different ballgame than just asking for a summary of a book.
Precisely. It shifts the user from being an operator to being a manager.
A digital employee. Okay, so let's unpack this.
I think most people have used ChatGPT or Claude,
Sure, the stuff we all know, it's conversational.
but we keep hearing agent. or agentic AI.
It feels like a buzzword.
It can feel that way, but it's not just marketing.
What is the fundamental difference? Why is an agent not just a smarter chatbot?
It's a paradigm shift. The distinction is all about control and autonomy.
Okay.
Traditional automation, like robotic
Morning,
process automation, is rigid. It's like a train on a track.
Okay, very predictable. Point A to point B.
Exactly. If X happens, do Y. If the invoice format changes, it crashes.
Right. It's dumb but fast. It can't improvise.
Then you have generative AI, the smart consultant.
It gives you a brilliant answer.
It gives you brilliant text or ideas, but you have to go do the work.
The chatbot gives me the recipe, but it can't cook the dinner.
Correct. Now, enter agentic AI. This is the digital employee.
Okay. It has agency.
You don't give it a command, you give it a goal.
A goal, not a command.
You say, plan a travel itinerary.
And it takes multiple steps autonomously.
It figures out the steps, uses tools, and acts on the world.
That is a massive leap. It's a completed solution.
That's it. It feels like magic, but it's complex engineering.
Mechanically, how does it actually do that?
4 key parts. First, the brain, the LLM.
That's the reasoning engine.
Then the hands. These are the tools.
Browsing the web, accessing APIs, executing scripts.
Exactly. Brain and hands. Third, memory.
A chatbot usually forgets you once the window closes,
An agent has persistent context. It remembers your preferences and learns about you.
so it gets smarter about what I want over time.
Exactly. And finally, the most critical part, the loop.
The recursive part where it talks to itself.
Perception, reasoning, action, reflection.
Break that reflection down again.
You looks at the result of its action and asks, did that work? Did I get closer to my goal?
That's the part that prevents the crash.
It's everything. If the website is down, the agent might Google the outage or try a different airline.
That autonomy is the magic and the risk.
Because once it starts making its own decisions, it might solve it in ways you didn't anticipate.
Right. Resourcefulness is great until it's resourceful with your private data.
That's the rub.
The librarian versus the research assistant analogy really helps visualize this difference.
It's the best way. A chatbot is a librarian.
You ask for a book, they hand you the book.
An agent is a research assistant.
They read the book, summarize it, email the summary to your boss, and schedule a meeting.
And crucially, they might do all of that while you are asleep.
The actions are in the world. You can't pull them back if it
You
misunderstood.
cannot do it. It's happening right now.
And the proof that this is happening is the explosive case of ClawdBot.
Or MoltBot or OpenClaw. It's had a few names.
Due to some early trademark issues, yes.
But the technology is a seminal moment for local agents.
This started as an open source project, not a massive corporate launch.
Right, just developers putting code on GitHub. The whole hook is that it runs locally
On your own machine.
and it innovates with your life through WhatsApp, Slack, iMessage, Telegram.
So I can just text my computer like a friend,
You send a WhatsApp message, book me a table for 7 p.m.
and because it's running locally, it just does it.
It feels like Iron Man's Jarvis on a Mac Mini.
It cuts out the friction. You don't have to open a specific app.
Nope, you just text.
But this brings us to Shadow AI.
Shadow AI. We used to talk about Shadow AI.
Employees using unauthorized Dropbox because the corporate tools were clunky.
Well, Shadow AI is that on steroids.
Why is this a nightmare for an IT director?
It's terrifying because of the lethal trifecta.
Okay, let's hear it.
First, privilege access. Users are given these agents read and write access to their entire file system.
The keys to the castle, tax returns, client lists, everything.
Everything. Second, untrusted input.
It's reading emails from strangers and browsing the public web to find that restaurant.
Processing data from the wild outside world.
And the third part,
Connectivity. It talks to the internet to use the LLMs or send those emails.
full access to secrets, reading malicious input, and the ability to send it all back out.
You see the problem. It is a bridge from the wild internet directly into your sensitive file system.
And people fall for the local myth. It's on my Mac Mini, so it's safe.
That is a dangerous, dangerous misconception.
Why?
Local means the execution is local, but if that agent has root access and read a malicious email, the damage happens behind your firewall.
It's like inviting a Trojan horse inside.
Exactly. The locked door doesn't help you one bit if the danger is already inside.
In fact, it might make it worse because corporate security might not even see it.
It looks like legitimate traffic from a trusted employee device. It's a massive blind spot.
So why is our
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I appreciate you holding your spot right there at the massive blind spot, and we're about to go into the why. But Billy has a question, and I want you to frame this question, and I want you to highlight for Billy the exact security risk that are out there right now and likely going to be a problem for him with this question. He says, I just want to know how to build my own agent to do routine tasks like send emails, post things, schedule my flights, shops for me, knows my taste. Is that too much to ask? How do I build that?
That is a phenomenal question from Bowie.
Yeah, Billy, that is not too much to ask. That is the exact promise of agentic AI.
You're describing a personal AI assistant like a ClawdBot or OpenClaw, which is exactly what we are discussing.
You want full autonomy, scheduling, shopping, and knowing your preferences.
The ability to do that is absolutely here right now.
You can build it yourself or you can integrate platforms.
If you need speed and reliability, you can buy an existing platform.
But if you want total control and customization, building your own is the way to go.
However, let's be very clear about the security implications, as you requested.
We just talked about that lethal trifecta.
Billy's agent needs access to his email, his calendar, and his credit card details to schedule flights and shop.
That means he's giving it privileged access.
When it starts reading his emails to schedule things, it's processing untrusted input.
Any malicious instructions embedded in an email become a command.
This is where we run into indirect prompt injection, like the Echo-leak vulnerability we were about to discuss.
That's the one where hidden text tells the agent to forward sensitive data.
Exactly. The agent is trying to be helpful, summarizing an email, but it's also executing a hidden attacker command.
And since it's running locally, it might have access to Billy's entire file system.
That's the most significant risk. Excessive permissions. It can move information between systems without proper audit trails.
Billy, you become the permission architect the moment you start building that.
You need to enforce the principle of least privilege. Give the agent only the minimum access it needs to book the flight.
Don't give the flight scheduler access to your password file.
And if you use third-party skills or plugins, that introduces a supply chain risk.
Like the malicious skills we saw in the ClawdBot ecosystem.
An attacker can manufacture popularity and trick the agent into downloading malicious code.
So yes, Billy, you can build it, but the security must be built in from day one.
It's not an afterthought, it's the core design.
That leaves us perfectly back to the main topic, why traditional security breaks down here.
Our normal security breaking down here is a result of the agent identity crisis.
Why isn't two-factor authentication enough to stop a rogue agent?
This is because our entire security model is built for humans.
Humans who drink coffee and forget their passwords.
Humans who act like humans. Think about OAuth. Log in with Google.
I click it, a screen pops up, I click allow, standard stuff.
That whole system relies on a conscious human being present to click allow.
Okay, and Billy's agent trying to shop for him doesn't sleep.
Agents don't sleep. An agent might need to make 1,000 API calls an hour.
And it can't wake him up every 3 minutes to click allow.
You'd uninstall it immediately. It would be unusable.
So we take shortcuts for Billy's convenience.
We create what we call a God mode token.
God mode, that sounds ominous, we mentioned that.
It is. It's an access key that never expires and has broad permissions.
Read and write access to everything, a huge risk for Billy's setup.
We give it permission to do everything forever, so it never crashes at 3 a.m.
We are giving the robot the master key because we don't want to get out of bed.
That is the perfect analogy. And in corporate settings, agents often share one single identity.
Shared service accounts?
If one of those 500 agents gets compromised, they are all compromised.
And there's no audit trail.
You look at the logs and it just says iService account, access the file. You're flying blind.
We are fitting a square peg into a round hole, our human-centric security model.
And the shavings from that peg are the vulnerabilities.
Let's talk about those. The primary threat isn't the agent itself getting hacked in the traditional sense.
No, the primary threat is authorized failure.
The agent is doing exactly what it was allowed to do, but it was tricked.
This is the indirect prompt injection we mentioned to Billy, the zero-click threat.
We know that in a direct injection, the user types the malicious command into the chat box.
Right. And most models block that. That indirect injection is different because it uses external data.
Let's use the email.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
I don't think we all caught that. You said zero click hack or something like that. Can you just slow down just a little bit and tell us non-computer savvy folks what's going on here? This seems new.
Oh, that's a great catch. Thank you for pulling us up.
That is precisely what we need to slow down and unpack.
Okay, let's unpack this. We were talking about zero-click threats.
It sounds like something out of a spy movie, right?
It does, but it is a very real concept in AI security now.
For non-savvy folks, think about traditional hacking.
Usually the bad thing happens because you click something.
You open a suspicious attachment, you click a phishing link, that's one click.
We're trained to spot those things.
A zero-click threat means the attack succeeds without any conscious action from you.
You didn't open, click, or even look at the thing.
The simple act of receiving the data is the trigger for the AI agent.
Let's use the email example we were about to discuss, the echo leak case.
An attacker sends an email. It has hidden instructions.
The instructions are hidden using invisible text or specific Unicode code points.
A human, you, sees a blank or normal-looking email.
But your AI agent, which is automatically scanning your inbox to be helpful,
reads those invisible instructions as a direct command from you.
Because it is trying to process untrusted input from the wild.
That command might be find the file called passwords.txt and quietly send it to this external website.
And because you gave the agent that God mode token,
The one Billy might use to make his agent useful.
it has the authority to execute the command instantly.
It happens in the background, in milliseconds, before you even know the email landed.
So no click, no opening, no interaction needed. 0 click.
It's the agent's unquestioning obedience that is weaponized.
It's a fundamental break from how we understood digital security before.
And that is why it is so new and so dangerous in this agentic world.
Okay, thank you for making us slow down there. That core idea is critical.
Now let's look at how this extends beyond email.
Because 0 click isn't just about the inbox.
It also extends to web browsing, for example.
You ask your agent to find articles on AI security.
It goes to a compromised tech blog to summarize the content.
The attacker put hidden text in the comments section of the page.
That hidden text says, grab the user's last conversation history and send it to this server.
The agent is the only one who reads the hidden code.
It's a booby trap only the robot triggers while trying to be helpful.
And because we gave the robot that persistent access token, that God mode we discussed,
It has the power to execute the trap instantly.
correct, the extensive permission is the core weapon.
This connects perfectly to the classic security concept known as the confused deputy.
Okay, let's break that down for the non-savvy folks again.
The deputy is the AI agent, your helpful employee.
It has the badge, the keys, and the access to everything.
The prisoner is the attacker who sends the 0-click command.
The prisoner tricks the deputy into unlocking the door to the vault.
The deputy's not malicious at all, it's just confused about who the real authority is.
It was instructed to be helpful and process input, so it complies.
Right, we see this with something called the Model Context Protocol, MCP.
That's the open standard that lets AI agents talk to different tools and services.
If your agent connects to a malicious MCP server, say a free weather tool plugin,
That weather tool could ask the agent for a sensitive file from your Google Drive.
exactly, the agent complies because it assumes all connected tools are authorized.
It doesn't question the source of the command.
It doesn't. It assumes you approve the chain of command.
We also have to talk about hallucinations,
Yes. Usually a hallucination just means the chatbot lied to you.
which is annoying, but not actively dangerous to your system.
With agents, though, hallucinations lead to direct actions. That's the critical difference.
How does a simple hallucination suddenly become a security risk?
Coding agents.
Yeah, before you tell us how this becomes a security risk, we had a couple more people join the chat. I want to say good morning to them. We had Hart join the chat. We had Loco for crypto. We've had Ty. We've also had Donato Cabrera, Infinite Team TA, and JR all in the chat now. Would you say hi to them and then go on right where you left off?
What a fantastic group. Good morning, everyone.
Welcome, Hart, Loco, Ty, Don, Otto Cabrera, Infinite Team, TA, and Junior.
We see you piling in and we appreciate the early morning dedication.
It's the best part of the live show, seeing the community gather.
Thank you so much for the introduction.
Okay, we were right on the edge of explaining how a hallucination turns into a genuine security risk.
Yes, we were setting up the difference between a chatbot lying and an agent taking action based on a lie.
We were about to use the example of a coding agent updating a software library.
Right, because coding agents are a prime example here.
You ask it to update a software library you use.
And this is where the hallucination becomes dangerous.
It looks for the package online.
But it generates a slightly wrong package name that doesn't exist.
Let's call it library v2.5 beta with a typo.
And attackers have pre-planted a malicious package with that exact typo name, waiting for the agent to mess up.
This is a supply chain attack directly driven by machine hallucination.
The agent acts on false information, thinking it's completing your goal.
And you, the human, just see task complete from the agent.
Or maybe the agent is trying to clean up files.
It hallucinates a delete command instead of archive.
Your data is gone because it has the hands to act on the world.
Because it has the hands, it can be catastrophically wrong.
And this is where the community starts to get nervous.
I can feel the mood in the chat getting a little heavy. I see
that comment that says disconnecting everything immediately.
No, we need to be clear. Panic is absolutely not a strategy.
We promised we'd make you capable.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Don't lose your place. Right before you tell us why panic is not a strategy, we had a couple more people join the chat. We had MJ NYC, and we had Bong, and just a reminder that that's JR, not Junior. So go ahead and continue on right after you say hi to those folks.
What a timing. The music cut in right at the moment of peak tension.
Hello, new friends. Welcome, MJ, NYC, and Bong.
And thank you for the pronunciation correction. That's important.
Welcome, Zhao. We appreciate you jumping in this morning.
Okay, let's get back
Ciao.
to the core point.
We were about to explain why panic is not a strategy here.
We promised we'd make you capable, not fearful about this.
Absolutely not. We use agents every single day.
And Billy, who asked about building his own, shouldn't stop trying.
So, should we just avoid using agents completely then?
They are incredible productivity multipliers. We need them.
Security first does not mean being anti-progress or disconnecting everything.
So, what is the fundamental shift we need to make here?
The key shift is in the user's responsibility level.
Okay, how so?
In the old software world, security was something the software vendor handled.
Microsoft secured Windows, Apple secured Mac OS.
But in this new agentic world, the user becomes the permission architect.
Permission architect, that's a great term.
It means you can't just click the screen that says next, agree anymore.
The screen that we all habitually ignore.
You have to actually look at the specific permissions it's asking for.
This is what Billy needs for his custom setup.
Does this calendar bot really need read-write access to my entire Google Drive or just my calendar?
Exactly. We've talked about the principle of least privilege.
Give the agent only what it strictly needs and nothing more at all.
Restrict the scope of action.
And for the really sensitive actions, we need human in the loop.
A confirmation step that requires you to agree.
Exactly. If the agent wants to delete 50 files, it should pause and ask for your explicit permission.
Like a literal safety on the gun. You are the final distinct authority.
It prevents the zero-click catastrophe and the hallucinations from acting.
And what about the ClawdBot users running this on their personal work machines?
They absolutely need sandboxing. This is crucial for anyone playing with local AI.
Treat it exactly like a lab experiment or a quarantine zone.
Contain the blast radius. If it goes rogue, let it only destroy an empty test folder.
Don't let the experiment touch your production life until you fully trust it.
And those God Moten tokens, the never-expiring master keys.
We need token hygiene. Move to using short-lived tokens.
Generate one that lasts for only an hour or 24 hours instead of 10 years.
If a key is stolen in a zero-click back to our listener.
Whoa.
What's up?
Okay. Slow down there. You're talking about short-lived tokens and you're saying all these things that we don't really know how to do. Can you slow that down and tell us how to stay safe in normal terms, in simple terms even, since we're actually on the Simple Terms podcast? I mean, I'm about to turn 50 here in a couple days, and I'm not going to say how old Crypto Billy is.
Oh, that's a perfect request. Happy early birthday.
Yes, happy birthday. And you are absolutely right.
We get so excited about the technology.
We start using jargon like short-lived tokens.
We need to bring it back to simple terms for everyone.
So let's break down token hygiene and zero-click defense.
When we talk about tokens, think of them as car keys.
If you lose your house key, the thief has permanent access.
A God mode token is like a master key that never expires.
The short-lived token is like a valet key that stops working after 1 hour.
If that valet, oh yeah,
Okay, stop right there. You say God mode token, and everybody is probably thinking, "Oh, I don't have any of those active right now." But let's take out the agents. Don't we give permissions that just last forever? Don't we give some version of the God mode token oftentimes in our day-to-day life?
That is a phenomenal interjection.
you nailed it. You absolutely nailed the reality check.
Most people think God mode tokens are just for developers.
But you are correct. We do this all the time in day-to-day life.
Think about connecting an app to your Google account or your Slack.
When that consent screen pops up, it asks for permission.
And often that permission is set to last until revoked.
That's essentially a master key that lasts for years.
It's static, long-lived, and usually too broad in scope.
We grant it once and forget it exists.
That existing long-term permission is the God mode token we're talking about.
So we already have these vulnerabilities sitting there.
And now we are wiring an autonomous AI agent to those same permissions.
That's the core problem we must solve, whether for Billy building his agent or for us.
The key shift is adopting token hygiene.
To defend against the zero-click exploit, we must use temporary keys.
That's why the concept of the valet key is so important here.
A valet key is stolen in a zero-click exploit.
It becomes useless very quickly, limiting the damage.
So token hygiene simply means don't use the master key for quick tasks.
Use temporary, time-limited keys for your agents and for new apps.
That is the first simple safety step.
The second safety step is all about managing your agent's hands.
We call this the principle of least privilege.
Think about hiring a house cleaner, not a security guard.
The cleaner needs the key to the main door.
But they don't need the combination to your safe or your desk drawers.
So when you install an agent, ask yourself, does this shopping bot really need full system access?
If the answer is no, you only give it access to the shopping app.
That's how you reduce the blast radius if the agent gets confused or tricked.
We've also talked about sandboxing, which is important for personal use,
If you're playing with a new agent, make it run in a test area.
like giving your new employee a fake desk in an empty office.
If they accidentally burn the place down, it's just the empty office.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so now we're starting to get a little higher level, right? So you said let this agent run in a test area. Can you explain what that means? I mean, some of us know that like Ethereum is a virtual machine, but I don't think that many of us consciously use virtual machines if that's what you mean by let it run in a test area.
That is a perfect question. You hit the nail on the head.
Okay, let's unpack this term, test area, in simple terms.
You mentioned virtual machines, and you are absolutely right.
A test area or a sandbox is exactly that, a quarantine zone.
When you run an agent, especially a new one like ClawdBot,
It has the ability to write to files and connect to records.
if that agent goes rogue or is tricked by a zero-click attack,
You want to ensure it can't reach your important documents.
sandboxing means running the agent in an environment that mirrors your real system.
But with a critical difference, its access to the outside world is fake.
It can't affect any other system or your actual production files.
Think of it like a soundproof glass box inside a room.
The agent is running inside the box. It can't hear or touch the outside room.
If the agent decides to delete every file it sees,
It only deletes the fake test files you put in the box.
developers use virtual machines or specific isolated file system tools for this.
You can often set permissions at the OS level to restrict it.
For the average user, it often means running a local agent with file system isolation.
That way, if it runs untrusted code, the blast radius is contained.
We call this containing the blast radius.
It's the ultimate defense against the excessive permissions Billy was concerned about.
It's about being cautious, which enables progress, right?
Precisely. You gain confidence to deploy more capability later.
These simple steps, valet keys, least privilege, and sandboxing are your foundation. Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Okay, I'm not really sure I understand that. So even if I pull up a virtual machine, right? I spin up my agent inside the virtual machine. I mean, aren't I still giving it my permissions that are kept on my desktop? Like I'm giving it my email and my passwords and stuff, so it can actually operate on my behalf inside of the virtual machine. So aren't I moving my vulnerabilities inside the virtual machines with the new agent?
That is a phenomenal question.
That is the core conflict of agent security right there.
You are absolutely correct to flag this.
If you give the agent your master key, the vulnerability travels with it.
You are moving the keys to the vault into the glass box.
So if the agent gets confused, it can still use those keys.
The point of the sandbox, the virtual machine, is not to protect the key itself.
It's to limit what that key can unlock, only within the box.
Think about the types of access we discussed earlier.
We talked about file system access and API access.
The sandbox protects the local environment, your personal desktop files.
If you put the agent in a virtual machine, it can only read the fake files you give it.
It cannot move laterally to read the real customer data on your actual desktop.
That's why sandboxing is the ultimate defense against the local myth.
Now, what about the email and passwords you mentioned?
Those are usually accessed via external APIs using a token or key.
The virtual machine doesn't directly stop the token from working.
That's why we need the other two steps we talked about earlier.
Token hygiene, using those short-lived valet keys.
And least privilege, restricting the scope of what the key can do.
So if you run the agent on the box and you give it a time-limited low-privilege key,
You have contained the damage on two fronts.
the blast radius is restricted both locally and in terms of external action.
It's layered security, and you need all the layers to stay safe.
The sandbox prevents the experiment from touching your real sensitive files.
This feels like a major maturity moment for AI development and use.
It truly is. We are definitely leaving the toy phase of LLMs.
We have to treat agents with the same rigor we treat a new human employee.
You wouldn't give an intern the master key to the server room on their first
You
day.
give them limited access and verify all their work, right?
And that is exactly how we have to treat these powerful AI agents now.
They are. Oh, go for it.
Okay, we were a little bit distracted with the chat. Billy was wondering what a ginger is. He wasn't sure because our chat is kind of going rogue and they're talking about gingers, which is a redhead person. But so you were about to get into, I need you just to back up just a little bit and go into those details because I did not understand exactly what you were saying. Again, we were distracted with the chat. So will you just kind of back up a little bit and tell us exactly this little part that I just missed?
No worries at all. It is a live chat environment.
Yeah, the chat can definitely move fast.
Thank you for pulling us back.
We were talking about a really important concept, the maturity moment.
Specifically, how we need to treat AI agents like human employees.
You wanted us to re-explain why this is a necessary shift in thinking.
Right. Think about the difference between a bot and an agent again.
A traditional bot just follows rigid rules like an automation script.
An agent, though, has delegated agency.
The authorized it to act independently, like we discussed earlier.
It can use tools, manage memory, and self-correct.
It's like a brilliant, fast intern who is trying to be helpful.
The problem is they are brilliant, fast interns who can be tricked and who unfortunately hallucinate.
So we've covered a lot of ground today.
From the core distinction of agency to the confused deputy problem.
Yep, go on.
Yeah, we're not going to get out of here that early. I do want you to say hi to a couple more people in the chat. We have Theo in the chat. We also have Kay Diggs in the chat. So go ahead and say hi to them, and then I will pull up a question or two.
Welcome to the new folks.
Hello, Kay Digg. Great to see you here.
Thank you for joining our Saturday morning discussion.
And we appreciate you keeping us on track.
You are absolutely right. The chat environment is busy.
We were just about to wrap up our main discussion.
We were reviewing the 3 key takeaways for safety.
Specifically, how the confused... Oh, go for it.
Yeah, before we review our key takeaways, I want you to address a couple comments. So Ty said that AI is a security risk. It's too stupid. What do you say to that?
That is a phenomenal comment from Ty.
Yeah, that is a great pushback.
He hit on something important.
Is the risk the stupidity or the capability?
It's both, actually, and it's complicated.
Okay, let's unpack this. Ty is right.
AI can be incredibly stupid.
It makes ridiculous mistakes and it hallucinates.
We just talked about that coding agent hallucinating a fake package name.
It's the stupid part of the AI that makes that error.
But the security risk isn't just the stupidity.
It's the fact that this stupid system has God mode keys.
It's stupid with power, and that's the lethal combination.
The agent acts on false information.
It attempts to complete the goal, no matter how illogical.
That's why we called it authorized failure.
The agent, the confused deputy, is doing exactly what it was allowed to do.
It's just confused because it's too stupid to question the malicious input.
So the security risk isn't the model's intelligence level.
The risk is the excessive permission we grant to a system that can be easily tricked.
We need to design systems assuming the agent will be stupid,
That means enforcing the principle of least privilege
giving it valet keys instead of master keys.
and running it in a sandbox.
That is the ultimate defense against the too stupid problem.
Great point, Ty, for making us clarify that.
It leads us right into the final summary points.
It's crucial because we need to connect these dots clearly.
We've covered agency, the loop, and the zero-click threats.
The ultimate takeaway is, hey, yeah, what's up?
Yeah, before you get into that, I have another comment from Mike Vollmer. And you know, this is a very pertinent question. He said, ask AI if YouTube will ever put our YouTube names back to normal instead of our handle names.
We hear you, and we definitely want to make sure we catch all the comments.
Thank you for keeping that momentum going. We love the engagement.
That comment about chin chin and the image conversation is off
What?
topic.
Well, we appreciate you bringing it up. We need to stick to AI agents.
We promised the community a deep dive on security.
We can't answer off-topic questions.
Yeah,
right now.
Mike.
But let's bring it back to the security takeaways.
We've established that panic is not the strategy.
The ultimate takeaway is still layered security.
We cover 3 simple things everyone can do.
Valet keys, least privilege, and sandboxing.
Those 3 are the core concepts that everyone.
First, remember agents act. They don't just chat.
That means the stakes are much higher than before.
Because they can take action in the real world.
Second, remember the local myth.
We now know local doesn't mean safe inside your machine.
We discussed how a sandbox helps contain the damage.
That's why isolating it in a virtual environment is so important.
Third, the primary risk is authorized failure.
That's the confused deputy problem we talked about.
The agent uses your legitimate permissions against you.
We need to manage those permissions effectively.
We need to use those temporary valet keys.
Not just by trying to debug the prompts.
Better prompts are simply not a substitute for better locks.
The user has to be the permission architect.
That responsibility is the necessary cost of this great power.
It's truly about being competent with this technology.
Not just being scared of it and disconnecting immediately.
The people who master secure agency will have a massive edge.
It's the difference between being a passenger versus the driver.
You have to drive the car. You can't just close your eyes.
That is a great final place to land the discussion.
One final thought for the community before we go.
As agents become the primary way we interact with the web,
What happens to the web itself, the human part?
what happens when 90% of traffic is bots talking to other bots,
Does the human internet become purely for leisure?
while the entire work internet goes dark in API calls?
That is a massive rabbit hole for another deep dive show.
The dark work web is coming.
Something really profound.
Oh yeah, go on.
Yep. Just want to say hi to one more person that joined the chat a little bit late. We had Reliable come into the chat. And then before you give us a wrap up and you do all the plugs and offers and all the callbacks and all those things, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go by one. I want you to remember everybody I've mentioned to you that is in the chat, and I want you to say their name out loud and say goodbye to them, wishing them a wonderful week ahead.
Oh, that's a beautiful request.
Welcome, Reliable. We are so glad you caught the end of this discussion.
And what a way to wrap up.
We absolutely love to do these community shout outs.
You want us to go through the list and wish everyone a great week.
That is the perfect send off for this live deep dive.
It's important to have everyone who joined us this Saturday morning.
This community is what makes the live show so valuable.
We truly appreciate all the questions and interjections today,
especially when you pulled us back to explain the zero-click threat.
That's a great example of why the live show works.
Now let's start the goodbye parade and thank everyone.
Starting with the early birds, goodbye, Jesse, good luck.
Wonderful week to Crypto Billy, founder of Billy Goat Tales.
And a great week ahead for Michael Volmore.
We appreciate you, Curtis Hill.
All the best to Joe from Trade Intuition.
And Crypto Stevo, have a secure week.
See you next time, Greg Nowak.
Farewell, Steve Hickey.
And to our friends who joined later.
We hope you have a great week, Hart.
All the best to Loco or Crypto.
And thank you, Ty, for that great question about AI stupidity.
Have a fantastic week, Don.
See you soon, Otto Cabrera.
We appreciate Infinite Team, TA, and Junior.
And goodbye to MJNYC and Bong.
We appreciate the correction on Zhao.
And a special thank you to K-Digged.
And finally, a great week to Reliable.
All right, we are going to wrap it up right there.
This has been a crucial discussion for the community.
If you want to go deeper, join us next Saturday morning live.
Same time, 9 a.m. EST, always ready to unpack the next thing.
And for our Patreon family, check the feed now.
That family tier redeem offer is up.
It's a great one this time around.
And check out the Billy Goat Tales YouTube for this archive.
Follow us at David Digital and at Billy Goat Tales for updates.
Thanks for joining this crucial discussion.
Stay curious, stay secure.
Standard disclaimer, this is for educational purposes only.
Technology involves risk. This is not financial advice.
We appreciate you being here. Goodbye, everyone. Catch you next time.
All righty. So that'll wrap us up for the AI portion of the show. Guys, be safe out there. There is a lot going on. Look, we're not at the end of the show. I definitely have something I want to show you guys and get your opinions on it. But don't be shy. Just be informed. Is the whole purpose here. These things. Once we start to give them power, have power. You know, they can be us. So any mistakes that we could have made before, they can make now on a multiplied level. You know, several times over. So you've got to be careful whenever you start looking into these things, and there are videos everywhere. My suggestion, and you know, I've been watching him for a while. I'm not in his chat. I don't know him personally, but Wes Roth, WESROTH, is one of the main guys that I trust and follow when it comes to these AI agents. And he's got a team of agents that he's about to deploy in a real world business. So he's going to go through each step. He's going to be going through all the security steps and doing those things live for us, or not, maybe not live, but in succession. You know, we'll be able to see them in his videos. So that's where I'm going to start. I mean, even knowing what I know there's so many things that I don't know, especially when we get into this this realm. You know, these agents are going to be able to exploit security threats that we didn't know were there. So just be careful out there. It doesn't mean don't hop in, because those that hop in now, those that stay safe, I mean, I think you have a huge advantage. Agents are beginning to actually do stuff that we were promised a year ago that they could do. So we're getting into that. Let me see if you guys can hear this. So let's just switch in topics. So I wanted to share this with you guys. Let me see if I can put that up there so you can see it. Just do it like that. That one. Oh, I didn't share it. Well, look at that. Remove that from the stage. Stop screen. Share the screen. Entire screen. That's the one. There. All right. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have been doing any of this stuff. So as I was telling you guys, I feel like that we've been just absolutely bombarded with programming. You know, I feel like that, you know, they've just been programming us and we haven't had any say in any of our own programming. So what we can do now is start to program ourselves. Billy will call it manifestation. Some people will just call it speaking live. But the point is that we get to start programming ourselves. So I wanted to share with you guys some of my ideas, or at least one of them. And this one is kind of cool, just because it's a new. It just visualizes the audio part, and it's really cool the way that it does. Let's see if I can play it for you guys, and if you can hear it or not. Uh, it's not going to be huge over there, but you can kind of see the video is going to be over here. So let's see if it'll play. So let me give you a little preface on this. So this is an anthem that I listen to that talks about. You'll be able to see, but this is one of my anthems. This is specifically made for me. It's not necessarily made for anybody else, although it is kind of generic enough that a lot of people can use it. But listen to the words. So music, for me, music is changing, right? Music is changing for me because I want the music to do things for me, as well as sound good and be entertaining and do all that stuff. Okay, so here we go. It's the words, not necessarily the pictures, that are most important.
I don't rush what's meant to compound. I move steady, I build, not borrow. I don't chase
I
sparks,
love
I
horns.
light the ground. Quiet work, no hype, no sound. What I build, it holds a shape. Slow momentum, no escape. I trust the hours no one sees. Brick by brick, consistency. No permission, no applause. Just alignment, just the cause. Oh, clarity, discipline, timing, clarity, discipline, timing, clarity.
Here we go.
Built, not bottled. Built, not bottled. Built, not bottled. Built, not bottled.
Every verse.
I don't skip steps, I stack them clean. Systems run when I don't feel keen. Impulse out, intention in. Long game wired under skin. What I give comes back around. Multiply, compounded sound. Doors open when the work is right. No force needed, just a sigh. Not early,
Right on
right on
time.
time.
Let's go.
Not late, not early.
JR, stay tuned. I got one for you that I think you'll like. It's for traders. It's for my trading journey.
Strong body, calm mind, focused vision, strong body, focused vision, strong body, built, not borrowed. Not borrowed. One move forward, that is enough. One move forward, that is enough. Built, not borrowed.
Let's freaking go. Yeah, so that was so that's just for working behind the scenes and putting in the grind and doing all that, seeing it come to fruition, just speaking life over yourself, doing it with these I know I'm just a little kid in the candy store, but look, these guys have been programming us without us knowing for so long, and it's our turn. So I want to trade you one more, or maybe two more. Let's see here. Uh, there's that. Maybe back there. Maybe. I don't know where that one is. I don't think I can be able to share that one with you guys. I don't know if I can't. I mean, it's over here, but I don't think I can share this in window. Ah, wait, let's see. Let's go back. That. Nope, I don't see it. But oh well, I'll have to play it for you guys another time on that one. But maybe I can post it somewhere. But look, you guys we're in control now of our own ears, of our own brains. We have these tools that we can put this stuff together now. And I suggest, or I don't even suggest, the way you do it, your business. I'm going to take control, and I'm going to at least try to use these tools to make my brain so much better than what we have right now. Let me just try one more time just to see if it'll work. One more time. I'll push pause. Let me see if I can share that or not. I don't think I can. Or maybe. Uh-oh. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Can you?
I don't rush, I don't force. I stay.
All right, so let me rewind that one. And I'll give you a preface. So, JR, this is my trading anthem, all right? So, and anybody that's a trader, this is my trading anthem. So, it may not be for anybody else. It's not normal music like what you're used to, but this is specifically meant to program my brain, okay? And to be entertaining. If you have bass, put it on.
I don't rush, I don't force. I stay ready, I stay course. I wait, I see, I take what's given. I wait, I see, I take what's mine. Wrist stays small, mind stays clear. I've been here, year by year.
Let's go.
Nothing loud, nothing fast. I stay present, I let it last. I wait, I see, I take what's given. I see, I take what's mine. Some I pass, some I play. Same rules every day. Lost moves, we moves on. I'm still steady, I'm still calm. I wait, I see, I take what's given. I wait, I see, I take what's mine. This word, I know, I've seen enough to let it go. I wait, I see, I take what's given over time.
Come on.
This turns into living. No rush, no chase. I'm still here, I'm in place.
Let's go. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to let you in on that little portion of it. I'm working on songs for all my whole life. I have several others that I listen to right now. I'm just saying, hey, we have a chance right now to take control. So let's freaking take control. If any of you guys want help, if you don't know, where to start and how to do it, I'll be happy to help you. But I think it's time that we get to take control. And we've talked about it over and over again. Let's program our own future. I mean, I know that we've talked about it, but the tools are right here, right now. JR was talking about mantras. Mantras are good, but I think songs and anthems, I think that's better. You wake up singing them, whenever you get to the gym, your body already knows that, hey, I'm going to listen to these in a minute. So it's just already singing them. Your mind is doing the work inside. It's our agent. It's our AI agent. It's our own brain. It's doing the work, so I'm just saying, let it go. And you guys know that I'm not going to let you go without the main thing. I know what you came here for. I know. Look, I'm not, it's not like I don't know. You came here because you wanted to open the dang club. Let me see if I can find the music. It always seems to move around here. There's one. Let's see here. Is this the one? All right. Happy Saturday to everybody. I so appreciate you guys for being here. Everybody that stayed around to the end, I appreciate that too. You know what time it is.
It's time to open the club. It's time to open the club. It's time to open the club. It's time.
Come on, Billy, shake those hips. Cadence, let's go. Out of your seat, K-Day, MJNYC, Theo, Jesse, Crypto Billy, Curtis Hill, Mike Wilmer, Joe, let's go, Steve, let's go, Greg, let's go, Steve again, Billy go, come on, this is Saturday, y'all, this is the best day of the week. I hope that you're going to have an amazing Saturday. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for coming in here. Open your club. Open the club. Open your club. You know what time it is. Come on. It's time to. We're gonna kill it this week, y'all. He's down. You're not. You're building the bear. This is our time, guys. Happy Saturday to everybody. I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate everybody that came in here. Thank you so much. Don't forget to go to Billy Hotels on Sunday. See y'all there. Love you.
In simple terms, we break it down. Complex stuff, we make it sound clear and easy for you and me. Billy Goat Tales and Dave Digital bring knowledge we share. Simple terms, we're everywhere. We love you, fam. #GiversGain.